This Brandon Tatum interview with Nolan Wells' friend Warren. I got it playing on the TV right there. Let it both go. I'm trying to understand what it is that y'all mad about with Brandon Tatum. I done seen some of the white liberal saviors and black folks get on here and talk shit about him. Why y'all mad that he went to go talk to Nolan Wells' homeboy who just so happened to be a white boy? If you mad at that, go eat it because you part of the problem. And the white liberal saviors, they the biggest part of the issue, but that's a whole nother story. What I'm saying to y'all is, this is Warren. They in Mississippi. Nolan Wells' friend. He said, man, I met Nolan Wells in the 8th grade. We was super cool. We started getting tight after that. Nolan Wells, always smiling. He bring joy to everybody. Any room he walk in, he light the room up. Man, I text him all the time. He in the group chat. We hang out every time we come back from school. He said, no, I didn't really go over his house like that, but we was still close. That didn't mean nothing. And here y'all go, oh, well, how y'all close and you never went to his house? That's why I hate social media, because y'all get on here and act like life just perfect. I got so many homeboys in my life whose house I never went to as kids. But when we got grown, yes, we hung out. That does not mean this person not my friend because I never went to their house. What type of shit is that? Y'all logic is crazy, dog. Your logic is crazy. But I remember, we on social media where y'all like to make up bullshit. So I'm just trying to understand, mainly to the white liberal saviors who think they know everything was good for black folks, and to my black people who can't let racism go. What are you saying about Brandon Tatum and this white boy that's making you mad? Because now that means you mad at Nolan Wells. Nolan Wells was a fool for being friends with this white boy, because y'all saying this is who took his life or got something to do with it. I thought y'all wanted racism to end. You don't want that shit to end. White
Robert Officer Tatum like that. But I appreciate him for bringing another perspective to the table. Like, y'all ain't got to believe Nolan Wells' friend, but at least we get to hear the other side of the story versus y'all just labeling these folks as murderers without much to support that claim. But when you hear his side of the story, bro, that's crazy. Because I'm telling you, when I first clicked on the case and I was listening to Ben Crump and Al Sharpton talk about it a little bit, they made it seem like these 3-4 boys and Nolan.
If we sacrifice the integrity of the process in effort to satisfy today's questions, we risk undermining the confidence.
Yes, it saddens me to see this happening over and over. We talk about the situation of Carmelo Anthony recently, and this is just the same case here. From one story to another, what these people are interested now is to see people being arrested as a result of what happened. The authorities and the autopsies that they've put out, they still see no evidence of any foreplay, but these people believe something went wrong. If you see the way they are reacting, calling out Brandon for simply interviewing this guy, you should know something is happening. And some are even threatening him. This is concerning. This is how it was supposed to be done. They call all the parties involved, have interviews with them to know their different opinions on what actually happened. But Brandon had that mind to do it. I don't see where the problem is coming from.
There was a big contradiction on television. Was you said in your interview that you were really, really good friends with Nolan, his best friend. Nolan's mother said on television that as if she don't even know you.
Have you spoken to Tristan since Nolan's passing, and how are you responding to his account of what happened?
So first of all, we don't know Tristan. We've never met him. So to say, best friend, childhood friend, that's a bit of a stretch.
So what's the truth in that? And how did that affect you? How did that make you feel?
So she originally touched and she said that we weren't childhood best friends. And she's not wrong. She's not wrong. I moved to Ocean Springs in 9th grade. I met Nolan in 9th grade, as I've stated in my Rolling Stone interview. Nolan was my best friend though. She can believe it or not, that was my best friend. No, me and her never had a sit down in-depth conversation like me and you're having now. It was always, hey, how are you doing? I've been to her house multiple times. I've taken Nolan to school multiple times. I've left my vehicle at her house multiple times, even including the new vehicle I just got. Has gotten left at her house for 2 days. And I just got it. I haven't even had it for 4 months. My vehicle before that stayed at her house for almost a week. Me and her son went on trips together. We went to Florida for spring break together. You don't know me? I'm in all these homecoming and prom photos as our whole friend group. Me and Nolan are standing next to each other. You don't know me. Nolan's last name is Wells. My last name at one point in time was Walker. We were by each other in the alphabet when we graduated. Man, that's mind-boggling. It's insane.
Here's my message to some of you ignorant, melanated people that's in my comment section and in my messenger, talking about I hate my people, I hate my race, and you want me to take up for people that's wrong just because they black.
If Harriet Tubman was alive today, she would blow your brains out.
Yes, I knew this whole thing would turn into this. They are now calling out Brandon. They say he hate the black community simply because he decided to cover this. He had a lot of interviews with these guys who are close friends to Nolan Wells. At some point, they are saying what they saw, what they believe actually happened, and nobody wants to buy it. Some says Brandon hate the black community, the reason he decided to side with this. When something happens, this is actually how you're supposed to do. There are things I didn't know. The mother is on TV saying something contrary to what these guys are saying. Nobody called me, nobody texted me, but the guy had proofs. He brings all the messages, the phone logs, and how he talked with the mother. People now say, oh, the mother deceived people because they wanted money from the GoFundMe account. These stories are always coming when things are already getting out of hand.
Being friends with black people means looking out for us, sticking up for us, understanding us. You have to put in the work. I put in the work for my white friends. Do you think I knew how to pronounce Chappelle wrong?
Did y'all hear that newly released Bo audio where you can hear somebody saying Nolan's name and asking, is he dead? Listen to this.
Okay.
Tito Assistance, Vicky speaking. How can I help you?
Hey, where's the...
All right, of course. How far is the word coming up, sir?
You can clearly hear in the beginning of the audio, the girl says, is he dead? And then the guy says, Nolan. And then the girl says, oh my God. And then at the end of the audio, you can hear him screaming, Nolan, wake the fuck up. Yeah, this should be enough to go arrest everybody on the boat because they know exactly what happened to Nolan. This audio should be enough proof to show that he was on the boat at the time that they called for help and something happened to him in between that time. So they lied about their statement saying the last time that they saw Nolan was at 3 o'clock. Clearly lying. And even
this is exactly what I'm talking about. Every single day. Oh, a new audio is out. Oh, this is video is, every day we keep getting different stories. Now they came out with this audio like somebody was doing something to Nolan's view. And they can hear somebody's on the voice saying, has he passed away? Or, these are the kind of messages they're struggling to make people believe. Something has happened. Allow the authorities to do the investigations and let's see the end result of it. All this is uncalled for and crazy at the same time.
That the biggest threat when it comes to this country, it's not racism, it's not white supremacy, it's not any of that. The biggest threat are people who lead you to believe that those things don't exist.
They both go. I'm trying to understand what it is that y'all mad about with Brandon Tatum. I done seen some of the white liberal saviors and black folks get on here and talk shit about him. Why y'all mad that he went to go talk to Nolan Wells' homeboy who just so happened to be a white boy? If you mad at that, go.
This is her, and we got this leaked to us, and so we have this information available. As you can see it, this has been verified. I saw it with my own eyes.
You black celebrities kill me. You really don't care about Nolan Wells.
Where's the throat?
So I deduce the fact that they have seen something there.
Yeah. What? Repeat?
I'm begging on you, please. always heap the videos and share out. God bless you abundantly. So the short clips are, and that's for white and green.
6-1 underdog. How good does this feel? Never do this again.
Went under to jurors, but it was shown.
Oh, can you hear me? Yeah.
So with all eyes on California, you can see exactly what's happening. They're
Was on here in the Golden State.
In 39 days.
About qualification.
Odysseus.
Telemachus. Penelope.
Antinous. Odysseus.
Athena. Telemachus.
This clip of Elliot Page is going to be what takes the Odyssey movie. It's supposed to be a warrior, right? A warrior, a big, strong warrior. Look how Elliot Page is running.
Something I feel really fortunate about.
How did that go?
Well, it's Chris Nolan.
And don't watch my movies.
And getting to work with someone like Chris.
He's got a PhD in THC.
The way I see it is